Once again, you guys have been leaving me suggestions for movies to review. This time it comes from, I think it was the same guy, John Matthews, I'm pretty sure. And that is The Shining. Now this is a movie that really started the slasher genre of horror films. And this was something definitely at the time, very, very original, very, very new. Hold on a sec. My camcorder is dirty. Okay, sorry. Anyway, like I was saying, this was something completely different. This is like a slasher movie. No one had ever really done a slasher movie before until now. And definitely, who better to direct this movie than Stanley Kubrick? Now, if you've seen Stanley Kubrick movies, and I'm not talking like 2001 or necessarily Dr. Strangelove. I'm talking movies like A Clockwork Orange, Full Metal Jacket, Eyes Wide Shut. Really weird movies that just, in a sense, give you the chills for some reason. Those movies did it to me. This movie does completely the same, definitely a little bit more on a somewhat of a larger scale. But really, it's just because of the slasher genre. And, you know, let me just get to this movie. This movie was very freaky. Now, it's not really a scary movie, but the thing with this movie that delivers is one thing, Jack Nicholson, and the fact that the girl is, you know, and her reaction, you know, it feels like being in one of our own nightmares. That's how I felt with this movie. It felt like I was trapped in one of my own nightmares, and the fact that this one dude was trying to kill me. I mean, people can relate to that. People can have weird dreams about that. It's a relatable movie, and it really does. And really, the strong point of this movie, you know, like I said, it's trying to bring in your own fears into reality, and that's how really this movie truly does try to give you the chills and try to scare you a little bit. And this movie does it pretty well. Now, I will admit, you know, the beginning of this movie, it is so long and just so stretched out. And then, eventually, when it does decide to kick in, it does kick in. And then there are some scenes, you know, they're definitely also stretched out. So really, the movie is definitely more a bit of a... It's really stretched out, and it's just kind of... And it's stretched out for the purpose to kind of build up the suspense. And when you put it that way, it's okay. But the beginning was still kind of just stretched out for a reason. Now, this movie, very entertaining. In fact, you know, Jack Nicholson. I mean, Jack Nicholson, he's Jack Nicholson, for God's sakes. And when you put this guy with a guy like Stanley Kubrick, oh my God, mayhem, it gets real. Okay, let me just say that. It gets real when you're with Stanley Kubrick. Because I've heard that guy is intense. I mean, have you seen A Clockwork Orange? Have you seen Full Metal Jacket or Eyes Wide Shut? I'm not even talking 2001 or Barry Lyndon. I mean, I'm talking about legit movies that give people the chills, and they're just so violent and so intense, like those movies that I mentioned earlier. Those movies are really the heavy hitters, and I mean that in every way possible. Shining, definitely one of them. It's really a movie that just gives you the chills as you're watching this movie. It's just like, it's kind of thought-provoking in a sense. I don't know how to explain it, but that's just how I interpret this movie. And then I definitely like this movie for what it was trying to go for. Good performances, you know. It was a good start to a slasher movie, and probably the first movie ever where it introduces where a black guy ends up being killed. Yeah, if you ever noticed the thing where it's like the black guy always dies in the horror movie, that's probably where this movie came from, honestly. It may not have been always in the... Sorry. It may not have always been in the slasher horror genre, but still, nevertheless, it's still a part of... Well, you know what I mean. Now, I think I'm going to give this movie... Will you shut up? Ugh! Sorry, it's my friends texting me. I think I'm going to give this movie, rounded off to about a 7.5. Like I said, you know, it's a slow start, and then there are some scenes of the suspense that are really slow and really drawn out, and I wish they weren't necessarily so drawn out. I mean, just take back a little bit and still kind of be a little drawn out and then bring in the suspense. But nevertheless, it's still a good movie. It's still a great movie. It's a fun movie. So 7.5, I think that's a good deal. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, tell your friends. Hopefully I'll do another one of these videos either later on today or sometime tomorrow. But keep leaving me suggestions. Bye.